Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Hearts of Iron 4, where we are playing as the League of Eight Provinces in Kaiserreich. It is now definitely late game. It's being August 1944. There is a war raging between the Republic of China and the League of Eight Provinces, or rather, the Co-Prosperity Sphere and the League of Eight Provinces. They are a little bit bigger than you may expect. Co-Prosperity Sphere, however, is at war with Russia and the Entente? Nope, just Russia and me. In fact, no they're not. Oh no, that's me. Can I click on one of you, please? I want to see what your... There we go. Yeah, not Entente, just Russia and me. So it's actually a fairly even conflict. And if we take a look at the factory situation, they do actually have double the factories that we do. The Russian Empire coming in... Actually, no, it is about equal. I have 150, Russia has about 230, and then we're up against around 380, 390. So it's actually very, very even. In terms of fielded manpower, we have slightly more than they do, and they've taken also a lot more losses, particularly, for some reason, the Republic of China. In terms of other conflicts, I think the rest of the world is pretty much at peace. Like Germany, the Weltkrieg is over. The Commune of France lost. I'm kind of expecting the Entente to go after Germany at some point. Because France is, or has done, the French underground. They restored the constitution. I don't know if they have an event or something to go after Germany. I think they do, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, that is not the conflict that I care about. The conflict I care about is this one. So the Japanese forces are definitely taking some damage now, and I think most of the damage incurred by their side is equipment shortages, as opposed to manpower shortages. We are, after all, fighting against China. Yep. Although they are on all-adult serve, we're still on limited conscription. So things are getting a little bit more serious for them. Meanwhile, Japan's actually gone to scraping the barrel. What about bad Russia, scraping the barrel, good Russia, extensive conscription. And bad Russia is also running out of manpower, so I think this war is winding down, and we are on the very outskirts of Beijing at this point. Alright, onwards! Although right now, our offensive is not looking too hot, so... Oh no, we are advancing. Never mind. Yeah, I think that this was a big offensive that I just started, because Zheng's in charge. With his artillery abilities. And artillery versus China is deadly! And he has a lot of artillery. In fact, you've got artillery expert. How soon until you get it? You're still a ways away. And the ability that I really want Deng to get is Hillfighter, Mountaineer, or Ranger. And he is getting closer and closer, and he is fighting down here in the mountains and the hills. And the forests. Although not currently aggressively. But we are kind of getting into a position where we could do so, but I think you're still setting up. Yeah, and you've got some planning preparation still to do, and we are suffering a tiny bit of a supply issue on this front line. Can I build up their infrastructure? Yes. I think I'm going to stick those at the top. Although Guangdong is quite strong, it's just taken a bunch of damage, I suspect. But then again, it could be wrong. Oh, seems fine. We just have a lot of construction projects currently. Like, China is still very much underdeveloped. We're definitely winning the war of attrition. Yes, I agree. Okay, now we stop. And get back into our positions and then go again. How's the air situation? We have pretty good air superiority. We could probably do with a couple more fighters in the air. And... oh no, we don't. Definitely don't have the capacity. We could send out some more close air support. which I think I'll probably give to you. So let's go ahead and queue that up. One more close air support, which you can have. Fighting in the very dangerous area as you are. Alright, neither side doing any assaults. We do have a crazy amount of political power. We are still trying to reduce the size of the AOG in our country at the moment. We're trying to retake some of the business power in our country so that we can reduce the impacts of Tsingtao collaboration, because we are on extreme. Economic aid very high, economic control very high, political control high. And that is losing us 35% of our civilian industry and 5% of our military. So the military isn't too bad, but 35% of our civilian, plus the fact that we are losing 8% of our civilian due to the consumer goods, means that we are losing 43% of our industry, which is rather a lot. And it did occur to me that we could be doing solidify control, because this does increase our party popularity, which will reduce the AOGs. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger that, and we'll just keep that one cycling around. Is Germany still alive? Yeah, Germany won. Getting the Lend-Lease from Germany and Southeast Asia was very useful. Yes, definitely. And we are building a bunch more troops as well. Oh, right, we lost half of an army, didn't we? Whose was it? Yours? Yeah, it was yours. The purples, I remember now. Which got a man fired. Oh, they're doing another major offensive, which is getting absolutely destroyed by our forces. They are getting a decent amount of soft attack now, even with all the penalties that they're taking. We have air superiority. I think we also have superior air support, although actually by the looks of things, we're not getting that many CAS in. So we could probably do with trying to up that number a bit more. Yeah, see, they're getting air support, we're not. Interesting. Yeah, they've definitely upped the amount of artillery in their units. And the Japanese continue to attempt their naval invasions. Oh, speaking of naval invasions, how is our own naval build-up going? We've got another couple of destroyers. So we're up to 5. I think we said we wanted to get about 10. And we are producing destroyers en masse. We have some really serious steel shortages. We could buy a couple more from Germany. Potentially, although remember, if that goes below what they can actually export, then we lose a ton. I think that's about what we can do. And how much do I produce now? I actually produce 130. Huzzah! But I am exporting the majority. Which means I'm getting the civilian factories, so it's kind of a moot point. But we're not really selling many of the other resources. But then again, I don't think we're really... Oh no, we are importing them. No. No, I'm not changing my economy laws. We're just doing good business. Our country is open for trade. He-Man! Malmunson, thank you very much for the resubscription, coming in for 5 months there. Thank you very, very much. Billy! Germany 9 times out of 10 wins. We have faith in the Kaiser. Yeah, I think it's because the Union of Britain has their oil shortages. You know what? After they did their big attack, I should have counterattacked. That was a mistake. Yeah, you're not very confident of success, and you are suffering a couple of shortages now. Support equipment and towed artillery. Artillery is very short, as is towed equipment. So let's reduce the amount of this we're producing. Let's increase the amount of artillery. And then the amount of support equipment, although this is bringing up some other shortages. Russia is struggling to export what they need. Let's increase the amount of aluminium. Alright, so the shortages have actually gone down a little bit. Unfortunately, we're not actually producing any support equipment. So let's switch these two around to doing something like that. Actually, keep you on. And we're not producing any CAS, although it's fighters that we need right now. And that's just because of the damaged factories. Okay, better. And their convoys are shooting down our planes, but we are hitting a couple of their convoys. I can't wait until we can start doing some convoy raiding. That should be a relatively soon thing. Can I ask Germany for artillery and support equipment support? I think I already did. That'll do. 2,000 more guns in Southeast Asia! Gift guns, please! And they already are. Cool. Oh, here comes another major offensive. Yeah, some of their units have got a lot of soft attack now. But thankfully their breakthrough isn't great, so they are taking a lot of damage. Alright, their attack is done. Let's counterattack. And my counterattack is way more effective. Should probably have counterattacked on some of the other fronts, but it's fine. This is where we're winning hard. Naval invasion. Must already be over. I'm hitting quite a few of my CAS at the moment at sea, which sucks. It's because I'm using CAS, I'm not using naval bombers. Also, we are running low on oil again. More anti-infantry. More infantry anti-tank. And night vision. We're still in 44, so I can't get the 46s. We should get the 42 support weapons, though. Did we ever get these? We didn't finish off the encryptions, which we probably should at some point to get the full combat bonuses for electronic warfare. Last time I played Germany a few weeks ago, I just grouped my entire navy in an old-school death stack and dismantled the entire Union of Britain fleet within the first week of the war, then I split the navy up and moved them around the world. It was nice to see a death stack working like gold. Ugh. Okay, we are still pushing. Not as hard as we would have liked, but once these guys have moved up, I'm going to say let's go ahead and stop attacking. So don't start any new fights. Just move into what we're already trying to take over. And there we go. A nice little bit of a gain there. Now, how's the supply situation? Probably bad. Actually, no, it sorted itself out. Alright, excellent. And the supply here is actually looking extremely healthy. However, we are nearing the mountainous region once more, so we should probably start trying to push a little bit further north. I mean, taking that out. And actually, having this river-borne boundary would be good. So yes, I'm going to say let's continue trying to take the river. But don't go any further than that. And that's going to give us a river into mountains. Good luck crossing. The more you cut them off from the north, the worse off the Republic of China will be as well. True. Yeah, if I can really cut off the Japanese supplies and imports, that would be excellent. Russian Republic is really losing. Republic of China, not so much. Although this is actually going up as I'm taking their core territories. I don't think that this is core. Oh yeah, the Russian Empire is really pushing in right now. Good. How are the losses looking? They've lost 8.2 million to our 3.8. That's quite a lot. Although Russia has still done more against Japan than I have. Naval situation, we're at 7. I really want to try doing some convoy raiding. Because I don't think that we are being intercepted anywhere at sea. And even if we were... Oh no, Australasia would be the only one that would be intercepted. Don't need the aluminium anymore. Let's reduce you. Okay, our production seems to have flattened out a little bit more. Our artillery shortages are being made up. Germany, would you give me support equipment? Support equipment's always a bit more iffy. Yes, they would. And Southeast Asia? Thank you. Oh, another big offensive. Okay, this is the one where I'll probably do a massive counterattack. Alright, counterattack along the entirety of the line, please. Except for here. I don't want to go in that way. Chengdu I want. And it looks like that was a success. Marvellous! Right, you are not responsible for that anymore. We are taking sabotage back there, but we are building cavalry units, and in fact, don't care if they're not finished. This is going to be another defensive force, although actually... Yeah, I don't think I want to have you in that field marshal army. Shenwu. Because I know we already have a level 3, but I kind of want to keep the level 3 for... filling in if we lose troops. Or if we lose a commander. And your job is simply resistance fighting. It's going to be so nice when we have the new resistance system. It's really going to be good. Backside, I'm just going to select the entire country because easier. And these areas don't actually require any resistance work. Oh, these bits do though. Yeah, we're up to 9 now. Actually, this is probably a really bad idea in case we get counterattacked, then these guys are going to start trying to fight. Which is why I'm not doing these border regions. If there's any territory which is currently occupied by enemies, they'll just go completely ham in trying to take them with suicide charges. It's really, really ridiculous. Alright, let's go and get some more of these. Say another 10 divisions, that should do it. And say that these two are ready for deployment as well. Oh, Special Forces cap. Just start you training and then you can join the Mountaineer units. Alright, let's reposition. Because I would say that that was another successful push. We do have someone going in here, don't we? Yeah, you are. Good. That's fine. And actually, you guys have done your job and taken up to this river. So I'm going to cancel your current objective. And we're going to say that you're going to help the purples push up to the river here. In fact, it's only actually... Oh no, we've actually pushed... That's not river. That's not river at all. That's all been done. Okay, so the next mountainous area would be here, but I don't really care about this bit. It's not well developed. There's no real industry or anything. There's a bit back here, but that's further away. And then this is all going to be open territory. They don't have that many unlocked slots. Yeah, their industry is going to be up here. The more of this we take, the better. Right, we do want to take Chengdu as well. Although it looks like we already have, because all the industry is going to be in that one state. Okay, in that case... New orders. You... What just happened? I don't know. I'm going to be responsible for the attack into Beijing. Hell, I might even just do this as a combined arms effort. Let's do this as a combined arms effort. And this is going to be one massive push up to here. Off you go. Let's do this. How's supply up here looking? We have plenty. And we have some pretty good defensive positions pretty much everywhere, thanks to all the rivers. Like, we've actually consolidated that pretty darned well. The only possible weakness would be right here. But then we're close enough to bringing in reinforcements if we need to. Right, let's get some tea. Are we winning the war yet? Always. Cavalry suicide attacks. A regular Tuesday in 20th century Chinese warfare. Is this going to be a supply issue? Yes. Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and upgrade those 3 locations. And... Jian wants to be repaired. Baoding wants to be repaired. Daming wants to be repaired. Hebei wants to be repaired. The rest of you should be fine. Okay, how are we doing with the support? So solidify control is still ongoing. It does actually take a while. Ah, we have some more units to deploy. Excellent. Go ahead and deploy those. You lot are going to join this army to just further compound the supply issues. How are your guys doing for experience? They have none, so you may as well join him. And be assigned to that too. And your colour needs to be brown. Otherwise this can be hella confusing. Make you a new theatre just so I don't always see where your lines are, because I don't care. Alright, Bubingji has also got a couple more men to deploy. These 2 are joining that army. And then you do as well. Where are you? There you are. Alright, 85 divisions assigned to this northern attack. Yeah, we are going to have some pretty massive problems. Actually, let's get the repairs of the civilian factories at the top, then we can repair those first. And then bring them into working with everything else. Oil supplies are returning. Oh, the other thing that we've just done is removed a bunch of our air support from this, but there's going to be a ridiculous amount of air support in the north. Because all of the CAS is assigned to these guys. Hey, Linus. Could just pop on the repair focus. You know what? You're not wrong. I always forget that exists, because I never use it. Remind me to pop it off, though. 2nd of December. Our new destroyer fleet's ready on the 2nd of December. Then I think that's going to be ready for 2 of the heavy cruisers. And then we'll see if we can do some convoy raiding with them. It's going to be risky as hell. I'm probably just going to immediately lose them to the massive Chinese navy. At least we do have some air support. Speaking of air support, how's the fighter situation going? I don't think that's going very well. Right, we have a surplus of support equipment now. Billy! This all into level 6s, I think. Engine, and I think I will too. Oh no, that's factories. Naval invasions, but not of any success. This is probably one of the largest offensives I've ever planned. The Japanese and the Republic of China are going to be yelling, Billy! In their nightmares. You're not wrong. They almost certainly will be. Alright, 1944. Let's get the improved infantry equipment. Did we finish off with the artillery? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, we did. Doctrines. Pretty sure we did. Yeah, we did. Air doctrines. Did we finish off air doctrines? No, we didn't. Well, let's do that then. In fact, we could probably upgrade our fighters again. And now those are going to be rather more potent, and I think I can also reduce the number of guns we're producing in order to produce more aircraft. Which we're actually going to be far more efficient at because we can actually buy aluminium as opposed to steel, which we can't. That means that more steel is going to be available for the other things that require steel, like artillery. Quick question. Bulgaria and Patagonian Let's Players are nowhere to be found in the video part of the channel. Where are those streams? They're too old. They would have already been removed. Unfortunately, Twitch only allows you to keep a stream up for about a month. And because I play so many different games of Hearts of Iron, YouTube is running at a fairly significant time delay behind what I actually stream. Oh, we're not suffering any... Oh, yes, we are. Supply situation, 82%. I mean, most of it's getting done. We are doing some fairly hefty upgrades at the moment. In fact, most of the repairs seem to be finished, so we could even do infrastructure, just construction production now. Let's do that and get this infrastructure done.